Hey everyone, welcome back to Lumber Capital Log Yard. I wanted to catch everyone up on what's been going on as far as firewood wise, because I know I do a lot of videos on the mill, but a huge part of our business is firewood, and we're also in that season too. As you can see, if you look behind me, I don't know if you guys remember what this looked like. I did make a couple videos that showed the giant piles of logs taking up this whole space, but as you can see, it's all gone. We cut and split every single piece, and every single piece is delivered at this point, so we're all out. And at this point I'm kind of wondering what's next. It's November, we're not even into winter yet, and we're out of wood to deliver to our customers here. So what I'm going to do is I've roped the boss into answering a few questions of mine, and he's going to answer them live. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and let's get into it. All right, so here he is, and my questions to you are, is this what you expected? And if so, what, or if not, what differed in your calculations from what actually happened?
Okay, is this what I expected as far as
Like,
sales and production goes?
exactly.
Well, to answer that question, yes, this is what I expected. As far as sales and production goes, because the key to having a successful firewood business is having the supply of the product. And we always sell out. We're never able to get enough in inventory. And the most successful guy at the end of the year is the guy that, still has firewood going into the colder months. Now we're having our first serious night below freezing tonight. It's going to be 25 degrees, which isn't significant, but the phones will probably start to ring again because people will be burning oil, and that will give them the idea to get on the phone and call about firewood. So I don't know that I answered both questions.
Well,
what was the second part of the question?
I'm really curious to know what your plan is going forward now, because it is only November, we're not even into the winter months yet, and we don't have any firewood for the Timberwolf. Is this going to be like, are we going to get more in, or is that it for the Timberwolf for the rest of the season?
Well, first of all, the Timberwolf handles larger logs.
Yeah.
And what we are out of is seasoned wood. Now, this is an unfortunate scenario, but if you're waiting until Thanksgiving or the middle of December to start buying your seasoned wood, you're about 4 months too late. So we always have green wood available, and people will order it because
they need it.
They won't have an alternative. And there's certain stoves that can handle it. There's a lot of outdoor stoves, and the people that own them don't rush to get their firewood. They just let it happen. As they need it, and then we're always able to get it out to them. But I am a little disappointed that we're out, because we wait 9 months or so for firewood season to begin, and we spend a lot of money inventorying wood, getting it seasoned, and then when it's all gone, it's sort of disappointing, because it's fun work, we think, anyhow. So.
I was going to try and get a clip from a previous video when it was like at its most.
Yeah.
How many cords when we hit the peak, right before we started actually splitting for the season? How many cords was that?
I don't have the total. I didn't total it up. I usually do.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm usually keeping track, but we've been really busy, and I've worked a lot of late nights, so I just haven't sat down and figured it out. But what I will tell you is that little pile there, those piles ran all the way out, and I think they were 10 or 11 rows of those logs deep. So they were over my head at this point and over into here. So it was a significant a significant amount of wood. We do have cut and split wood in inventory, so we won't go directly on the trailers with it. We are prepared for that. And then we do have a pile over here. That's some softer hardwoods that we don't want in the mix. We'll use that for our bundles or something like that. And then we do have some more rounds ready to be split, probably 2 or 3 more days worth that we can split yet into seasoned firewood to go out the door. So.
All right, compared to previous years, how is this firewood season different or similar?
Emerald always wants a direct answer, and I never give one. How did this firewood season differ or was similar to last year? Well, what is different about this year is the astronomical cost of energy. And because we are an energy supplier as far as firewood goes, our prices are at an all-time record high for our firewood, and we still have sold out. And really at the end of the day, I should have even been maybe $10 more a cord. And just as I look at the expenses of operating the woods equipment, the fuel that we're consuming there just to get it to the landing before it even gets on a truck. And of course the trucking is 1.5 times what it was a year ago at this. So that, and I don't mean my trucking with the little Dodge trucks, but I mean the log trucks coming in here. We're significantly paying more. So there's no, really, without doing an exact analysis of the numbers, which is something I do, but I haven't at this point, it's difficult to say how it really compares from this year to last year. You know, there's different ways of looking at it. How many cords did you sell? That's one way. Or how much money did you make overall is another way. But, you know, you can make more money and be less profitable. Of course, every businessman knows that. I didn't want our firewood price to be any more than it is, even though fuel cost in our area has gone up. What's it gone up? I think like 200%. It went from $2.39, it's currently now $6.29. So $3.90 in a very short amount of time. Our firewood didn't raise at that incremental rate, nor am I anywhere near that percentage of increase, but we did increase it. And one of the reasons I don't have the numbers is we've had 2 or 3 $10 price increases throughout this year. And I'll just say that for the previous 6 or 7 years, we never raised our price, which is sort of unheard of. That's almost getting back to the gold standard. But this year we couldn't, and it wasn't just fuel going up, but everything else. Our parts have gone through the roof. It just groceries alone. I mean, we need to make more just to do the same amount of money, just like everybody else in America right now. So we've done what we can to keep our price low. We've done what we could to get firewood in inventory. We are, even though we're reaching the world literally with our YouTube channel, which is very exciting for us, we're still a local community business. You know, we go to a local hardware store, we eat at local restaurants, we buy our gas just down the road from another local business owner and stuff. So we're part of the community, and we want to you know, do what we can to service the community, and the fuel is, you know, it's service. And you know, I'm very proud to be part of the industry, in that we're able to provide, you know, home heating for our local customers. And we service a fairly big radius. It's about a 25-mile radius. We'll go a little further outside of that if people get more than 1 cord per delivery. That allows us to keep our costs down. So. Is that everything? I
I
take
think-
too much time
yeah.
again?
No, I think that about covered it. Thanks for stopping your work day to come down.
She called me from the log site and said, could you come back a little early? Now I'll probably get scolded when I get home for being too long-winded on front of the, what do you call a camera, I guess. So.
It was a yes or no question.
It was a yes or no question. Thank you.
Thank you, Dad. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, there's not much I can do for you, so I'll see you guys next time.